what is up, everybody? Whit Hyam here. Just wanted to hop on. Super excited tonight, guys. I'm glad that I'm able to hop on. Sadly enough, we're not going to have Carrie with us tonight, guys. She's actually out and about, hanging out with some friends, which is good because she needed to get out of the house. Kids will drive you crazy every now and again, so it was good for her to get away. But anyways, you guys got me. So I'm Whit Hyam, one of the founders of whitandcarriehyam.com, where we train and mentor business builders, entrepreneurs, and also mostly how to build their business online. So we also help network marketers build their business offline with the transition to helping them take their business from an offline strategy to an online strategy where we emphasize. So for those of you that are hopping on, please comment who you are, where you're from. I want to get to know our audience. I want to see who's hopping on. So drop us some likes, some love. Let Carrie know that you miss her. And so that way we can have some good things for when she sees this live, and hopefully she's going to be hopping on. Miranda, what's going on? Super excited to have you. So today, guys, I'm really excited about what we're going to be talking about. So me and Carrie, over the last few days, we've been talking about social media. We've been doing our own, going through a strategy that we use to recruit people into our network marketing business using social media the right way. And so I'm super excited here for day number 3. So again, if you guys are hopping on this, share this with your audience. If you think that this can help your team, share this with your team, and hopefully we can have some massive growth hopping on. So again, if you're hopping on this, please comment who you are, where you're from, want to get to know our audience, and get a feel for you guys. So what we're going to be talking about today is day number 3. So yesterday we talked about some things that you could do to, let me see here. Day 2, so what do I post? Okay, so after you make that post and you start to get some engagement, okay, day 3 is how do we actually start to connect with these people that are actually commenting, liking, sharing, engaging with us on our posts, and how do we connect with them? And really, guys, there's 2 simple ways that you can connect with them. One of those ways is passively. So we're going to go over a little bit of that today. So again, any of you hopping on, please drop me a line real quick. Let me know where you're coming in from. And yes, I'm going to be using notes today. And let's dive right into this. So super excited about this, guys. Joel, what's going on? Chicago, what's going on? So these are just a couple ways to connect. Okay, so again, we're going to be talking about how can we connect after we do the post. Okay, Trisha, what's up? Super excited to have you here. Awesome. Hope things are going good for you. But again, we're going to be talking about how to connect with people after you do the post, what to do when you have people actually commenting, liking, share it, and stuff like that. Okay, so one of the first ways that you can do to connect with people is actually comment on their posts. And me and Carrie talked about this yesterday. If you're going to have people commenting on your stuff, you better be willing to obviously do the same thing. Okay, so you need to be commenting, liking, sharing their content as well, letting them know that you're there. But if you are going to comment on their stuff, let's say somebody's doing a post about how they're losing weight, or they got a new haircut, whatever that may be, leave your message very generic. Okay, so first thing is you want to start to comment on their stuff, so they're going to comment on your stuff. But when you do comment, leave the message very generic. Okay, don't go into any specific details. Somebody gets losing weight, hey, you're looking good, super awesome, super excited for you in your journey, everything like that. You want to just be very generic with your message. Another cool way is using Facebook Messenger. Okay, so one thing that you could do is using Facebook Messenger to actually send out a personal message, okay? And just to kind of give you an example of something that you could do where you could use Messenger or something like that. So let's say that, a lot of people, when it comes to losing weight and stuff like that, they do, a lot of people post stuff like that, right? Where they're struggling with something, they're looking for an answer, and so they post it on Facebook, and they're looking for hopefully somebody that's going to give them an answer or a solution to their problem. So one thing that you could do is just use Facebook Messenger, send them a private message, and just reach out to them and say, hey, look, I noticed your post today, how you're talking about you were struggling losing weight or whatever that may be, and you could just send them a really nice message just saying, hey, I seen that post. I found something that has been working really, really well for me. I don't know if it's for you. I don't know if it'll work for you or not, but I'd love to, if you have any time over the next couple of days, I'd love to share what I have. I'd be willing to share with you what's been working for me. So that's one way that you can connect with people. If you're going through your newsfeed and people are complaining about something and you have a solution to that problem, send them a private message on Messenger. You can also share your own, 30-second story. So guys, I think you need to dial in a 30-second story that you can tell to people when you're able to make that connection and they're asking you of kind of about what you do, what are you doing, what are you involved with or something like that. You have that short 30-second story that you can share with people. Just remember, the less you say, the more simplistic it comes across. So when you're making these connections and stuff like that, you want to be very simplistic in your message. So that way they don't get overwhelmed with what you're talking about. Just make everything very simple as you talk about it. Because really the goal when you're commenting on other people's posts, you're trying to make that connection. The whole goal is to eventually get them on a video chat or a phone call. Okay. Now I always recommend video call. Me and my wife will always recommend video call, guys. Why? Because yes, the elevator story, Trisha. Exactly. And that's the type of stuff that you want to have is your elevator story because it can be very powerful. And when you have it dialed in, it's a very powerful story that you can give in a short amount of time that can pique their interest. Okay. But the main goal of all of this stuff so far is to get them on a video chat, a phone call, whatever that may be. So that way you can actually have a one-on-one conversation with them, find out what they're struggling with, what their needs are, and maybe hopefully structure an invite to them to maybe take a look at what you're doing. Okay. So we're going to talk about two different ways. There's a passive way of recruiting people, and there's a very active way of communicating or making a connection with somebody on Facebook. Okay. So let's say passively creating that connection through, a passive way. Let's say that you've created a post that's created a lot of curiosity and you're starting to get a whole bunch of likes, comments, shares, and stuff like that. Okay. And so that post is just creating a lot of engagement. A whole bunch of people are reaching out to you and doing all this stuff. So basically what that means is that if you can get somebody to comment, like, share, or anything like that, guys, you started to build curiosity in that person. And so now is a good time for these people that are actually commenting, liking, engaging with a lot of your posts because they're curious in what they're doing. They start asking questions, what is it that you're doing? What are you talking about? Or something like that. Guys, that's when it's going to switch from a passive recruiting method to an active connecting method where you can actually reach out to these people via Messenger and say, hey, I noticed that you were commenting on my post, that you seemed a little curious about what I was doing. You can reach out to them in a very active way and invite them to maybe, have a look at exactly what you're doing and be authentic with them, guys. As you're sending that message to them on Facebook, you want to make sure that you're authentic. Okay. Don't be weird. Okay. Just make sure that you're actually saying it from the heart, that you have it with good intention and stuff like that. And I'm going to go over a couple, just some lines that you guys can use, some script that you guys can use to actively send somebody a message, whether it be via Messenger or something like that. Okay. So let's say that you guys join a group. Joining a group and commenting, sharing your stuff like that. So let's say that you guys are a part of a weight management system in your company. Guys, this is a huge opportunity for a lot of people. And a huge opportunity for a lot of people that are in the weight management or health and wellness or whatever to join groups, other groups with health and wellness, because a lot of people get into these groups and they are looking for something. They want to share their story. They want to say what's working, what's not working. And it's a huge opportunity to really be able to comment and engage with people in that and build those relationships, guys. And at first it's going to be a passive, but once you start to get people to actually click on your stuff, like it, comment on it, ask questions and stuff like that, that's when you can revert to the active connection where you can actually send them a private message asking them kind of what are they looking for, something like that. And like I said, I was going to go over some scripts with you guys. So hopefully you guys are getting value out of this. For those of you who are on, comment a 1 if you're getting any value out of this. Send me some likes and some loves. I don't know. I can't really see what's going on. For some reason, all my comments and all my stuff is above. And maybe I'm just not getting as many people on because Carrie's not with me. I get it, guys. She's a hell of a lot prettier than I am. And I'm sorry that you guys have to hang out with me tonight. But I promise I'll wrangle her in and she'll be back with me tomorrow. Okay? You guys won't have to stare at my ugly face the whole time. Okay, so you can also ask questions to create engagement. Okay, pique their interest. So if you're doing posts, like ask questions that's going to pique their interest. I had a girl today that in my network marketing company that she's a coffee drinker. She's a big coffee drinker, and that's kind of her source of energy. Well, she started to take one of our energy products, and what ended up happening was she just stuck her thumb over everything, just a stick, and she just goes, finally, a new way to energy where I can finally cut out the coffee. And the cool thing about it is it started to create that engagement. People asking, well, what are you trying different and stuff like that. So that's super, super awesome. And it started to create that engagement. People started to ask questions. People started to like it, share it, and do stuff like that. Okay. So you want to pique their interest. Always talk about the benefits, guys. So when you're actively like talking to people about what's going on your post, guys, you want to be talking about the benefits. Now, you don't want to be talking about the benefits or the features of the product, but the benefits that have been working for you, okay? So when you get people reaching out, you just want to be talking very generic about how you feel a lot better, whatever that may be, whatever your post is about, just focus on sharing the value with people, okay? Next step is to send them a private message or a voice message. So when these people really, like I said, when they start to reach out to you, when you get that audience of people that like, comment, share, and stuff like that, you can just nicely reach out to those individuals and say, hey, what do you have going on or whatever. You can at least start to engage with them more on a private message or a voice message. I personally recommend a voice message. Why? Because I think it's a little bit more personal than just a message. They can hear your voice, they can hear your mannerisms, they can hear all of that stuff, and they can hear that you're authentic in your message, okay? So just a couple things that you can reach out. So let's say that you have some family and friends that you're trying to reach out to or whatever. What you guys could do is just a couple lines that you could do. You could reach out to somebody and say, hey, I know it's been a while, we need to catch up, but there is a reason why I'm reaching out to you, okay? Or you could just reach out to them and say, hey, if these people are commenting or liking your stuff and stuff like that, you can just say, hey, look, I noticed that you're commenting and sharing a lot of my content. Maybe you'd be interested in actually taking a look at what it is that I'm doing. It might be something for you, okay? Or you can always, like the people that you really look up to, you can always go to that person and say, hey, you've always meant a lot to me. I've always looked up to you. You've always been a role model to me. And so I wanted to know your opinion on something, guys. That is a strong way of actively connecting with somebody on your Facebook profile page that you've made that connection, that you have that warm relationship with. Okay, so there's a lot of cool things that you guys can do with this. And again, it just comes down to the two ways that you can actively connect with people. Either actively, meaning that you're really just reaching out to these people that are really commenting, liking your stuff, or you can passively do it by creating posts, starting to engage with their posts, creating content on posts that they like, comment, share on, and stuff like that. Okay, guys? And so there's a whole bunch of stuff that you guys can be doing in this process of sharing content. So this is all going to take place once the post has happened. Okay, so all of the stuff that I'm talking about, once you make the post, you're going to start to passively or actively start to make that connection with people. Okay, guys, so don't waste time on that. And again, some of it's going to take a little bit more of the passive side where you're just still commenting, sharing, asking questions to pique interest, sharing value in groups or whatever, because me and Carrie talked about groups the other day. And if you guys are hopping on this and you're not live, guys, comment. How are you right now reaching out to a lot of people? Are you actively doing it? Or are you trying to actually passively create curiosity on your Facebook fan page? Let me know, guys, kind of what you're doing. Just comment passive or active in the comments. Let me know what you guys are doing. So hopefully this has been of some value, guys. Again, I'm sorry that Carrie hasn't been here. I know a lot of people like to have me and Carrie because we feed off of each other so well, or we just talk over one another. But again, if you guys aren't watching this live, please comment who you are, where you're from. We have a lot of new people that join our community every single day. And so I was super excited that I could hop on with you guys. And I don't think we have any more people jumping on here. Probably not. Trisha, thanks for the loves. Thanks for the like. Joelle, thanks for the comment. Super, super awesome. We're missing some of our regulars tonight. That's weird. Maybe they're just busy. That's okay. Guys, but anyways, hopefully this has had some value for you guys. So please, if you have had value in this, share this with your teams, guys, because a lot of people are struggling with this. When they finally make a post and they pique curiosity, they don't know what to do. Do they actively start to recruit, to make that connection, or do they still have a passive way to do it? And, some of the stuff that I talked about, it will give you some ideas, your team ideas, on how they can passively connect with people or actively connect with people. So guys, hopefully, again, this has had some great value for you guys. We're going to be back again tomorrow, and I apologize that I speak so damn fast. I get rolling, and maybe that's the reason why I have Carrie here to break me up. But anyways, everybody have a great night. We'll be back again tomorrow for day number 4, so stay tuned. Get your teams ready, get them on, get them to our page so that way they can have this content as well. So everybody have a great night. Trisha, thanks for the likes, the love, and we will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.